Hello, welcome to another movie review. It's August and we are winding down to the summer blockbuster movies. So most likely this is the last movie review I do for this summer. Perhaps one of my more anticipated movie was Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. I'm a huge fan of the Mission Impossible movies. Mission the number two was okay, uh, watchable, but certainly the least. I have watched number one many times. Just as number three and four. Um, I Part of the reason why I love Mission Impossible movies is in many ways it is also a heist movie. There's always some heist going on in each one of those movies. And as I mentioned in other videos, I'm a big fan of heists. So um, this movie, fantastic. I enjoy it. It would be hard for me to rank it, but I would give it 3.5 out of 4. Same level as Ant-Man. To me, my favorite two summer movies this year is Ant-Man and Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Um, I'm sure everyone, many people have seen the um, trailers where Tom Cruise hang onto the side of the plane. Uh, is as usual, Tom Cruise deliver. Um, put aside his weirdness and Scientology, I have always enjoyed Tom Cruise, even in his younger days. I remember seeing his first movie, Taps, when I was in college. One of the I hesitate to call people friends. People, sure, at the time we were friends, but after I graduated, I never stayed in touch. So, no. So when I was in college, undergrad, one of the kids I hang out with was in the movie Tap, and that was the reason how we I got to see that movie on VHS. And he was very proud. He was going to school. He was going to that private military academy that the movie Tap, where Tom Cruise and Sean Penn, the young Sean Penn and Tom Cruise was in the movie, and he was asked to be an extra. He's a big kid. I say he got to be like 6'5", 250, giant of a kid. He was in one scene, and up until that point, he was still receiving residual checks once in a while from being in one scene in that movie. But he was very proud of being in that movie, so he got us all the guys in the dorm to watch that movie, and it was cool. He's a cool guy, a giant among boys. But so from that movie, sure, if you a child of the '80s, growing up in the '80s like I did, Risky Business, you name it, who doesn't like those kind of movies? So has been a Tom Cruise fan ever since, and he delivered. What makes this movie even more fun is the female lead. I have never heard of this actress, uh, Rebecca Ferguson. I have seen her before in something else, which is The White Queen. For those that have Amazon Prime, you can watch the entire series, 10 1 hour or so series on The White Queen. I love England royalties and all the time period movies or shows. Queen Elizabeth, King Richard, King Edward, you name it. I love everything about the history of the kings and queens and all the intrigue with the royalty of England for many years now. So I watched that series and I remember the beautiful queen, the White Queen. But when I was watching the trailer for Mission Impossible, I didn't make the connection because in the TV show she was a blonde. In Mission Impossible, she went back to her natural brunette. So it took me a little bit um, to click in my brain as I was watching the movie. I was like, I have seen this girl before. She looks so familiar. And yes, she's, at least from my knowledge, that was her only other big role. So big kudos to the producer of the movie to hire a fairly unknown actress, and can she deliver in many ways. Her acting was good, believable. Her action, physicality, even better. And Mission Impossible has always have, well, at least the last few movies, it had a strong female co-lead. You know, last movie you have Paula Patton, even though when she was not as prominent and her role isn't as big as Rebecca Ferguson is in this movie, but I think this is probably the first Mission Impossible movie where they put a co-female lead in there that have almost as much screen time as Tom Cruise, and it works. It works in every way. The action are fantastic. The story is fun. It's always fun to have a story that keep you guessing. Um, what else can you say? This is a spoiler-free review. There's no need for me to go into any spoilers, but I highly recommend this movie. I think you will have fun, and for those that enjoy Ms. Ferguson in this movie, I highly recommend The White Queen. She showed a lot more skin in the TV show. But that's not the reason why I like her. She's a beautiful, beautiful woman that really could be a big rising star in the next few years. You know, Hollywood tend to jump on the bandwagon pretty quickly with female leads like Jennifer Lawrence. You know, they can blow up real quick. So I can see this actress blow up fairly quickly in the next 3 years. I can see her in a few big movies. We'll see. We'll see if I guessed that right. But anyhow, Rogue Nation, good story, good action, fun movie, nothing to complain about. I give it 3.5 out of 4. A good way to end the summer movies. Anyhow, that's it for this review. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.